Kristen, and I have an update for you on my products I'm using up. For those of you that are new to this sort of video for me or new to my channel, first of all, welcome. And second of all, this is a video that I do about every 3 months. I usually try to do it at the end of a quarter. That kind of reminds me that I need to do it. And I go over the list of products that I have that I'm trying to use up. I don't do like Project 10 Pan or that sort of thing. I have this ongoing project and I have to look back and I'll list it right here. I feel like I've been doing this for maybe a couple of years now, something like that, maybe a little bit longer. I just always want to have like a running list of things that I am trying to use up. And I have a playlist of these, I believe, that I will link below for you as well. So having said that, I have pulled up my list here of the products that I was trying to use up from last quarter, and we'll kind of get an update and that sort of thing. So first of all, actually is a product that I am so frustrated. In the last week, I have misplaced it. Now, I don't misplace makeup products. They generally don't leave this vicinity. So I don't know if it fell into the garbage, and I don't know, but it was the Chanel, and I just talked about it in my favorites. It was the Chanel waterproof Stilo in a bean, and I had maybe a ½ inch of it left to use. So it was just about used up, but I'm so frustrated. When you're trying to use something up and you know you're so close and then it's gone and you didn't get to use it up. Anyway, so I was very, very close on that, but it is at this point gone and I'm going to have to say considered used up. I'm a little bit frustrated by that. The next thing that I had was an eyeliner I was trying to use up from Kat Von D, and this is in the Pura Amore, but I have to show you guys something. I opened this, I don't even know, a couple months back, something like that, a month maybe, something like that, and this went flying out of it. And it's just dry and that sort of thing. I tried to kind of stick it back in there and it kept falling out, and so I decided to call it a day on that one. Okay, another liner that I had put into this list, and it wasn't on my list, so I don't know if I talked about it and didn't actually put it on the list, but this is the brown liner I've been trying to use up, and it's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Demolition, and this was a full size, and so you can see I am making some good progress on this. I am going to try to do, I'm not sure yet, but like I said, I don't do like panning videos or those sort of videos, but I have seen where people will keep like on a piece of paper, keep track of how, long their pencils are and that sort of thing. So I may try to do that. Generally, I'm just trying to work through it and hopefully it gets shorter the next next time you see it. But at any rate, so that is my progress on that. And then let's talk about concealers. I always have a concealer that I'm trying to work through. So the one that I had put into my list last time was the Covergirl. I have it tipped upside down. Oh boy, I just ruined it. I had it tipped upside down so you could see how much I've used of it, but no, it's about to, I don't know, it was about to here. At any rate, I had put this in there, and then I realized that I had this Covergirl and Olay left. And so I switched off of that onto this because I knew that I'd had this much longer and wanted to use it up. And I did use it all up. This is a concealer that's no longer available, but it's a really good, and I just used this up like 2 days ago. It was a really nice concealer. I enjoyed it more for my face than my eyes, but to use it up, I did use it on my eyes. I would have to wait a little bit, set it, kind of pat it again with my finger, and then set it with a powder, but it was nice. They have discontinued it though, so just an FYI on that. So I am back to, this is the one that's going to stay on my list and is the one that I am currently working through. Another concealer that I want to talk about quickly that I have in here, and I'm working through this one on my face. This one is good for travel in as much as I can make it work underneath my eyes. I just don't like it underneath my eyes as much as I like some other ones, but this is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. There's no way for me to tell you how much there is in here. There is a lot in here, and this will take me quite a while, but I'm making a concerted effort to use it for spot concealing on my face. So there is that one. I had a bunch of primers on here. So the first one was the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. And that one I actually ended up giving to a friend who was wanting to try something, to eliminate some pores. So I don't have that one anymore. It is leaving my list. I did try it and I could use it I think I've mentioned this several times, but in very specific spots. Otherwise it was very drying for my skin. So the other one was the Tarte Recreate Silicone Free Primer. I used that up. It's discontinued. It was a nice primer, but again, it's discontinued, so no point in and sticking on that one. Oh, I forgot to grab this one out. This is the one I'm currently using. This is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. And it's just it's not, oh yeah, it is the Mineral Foundation Primer. I can't, there's no way, I've tried to see, I guess, well, maybe right about here is where I have. So I will definitely have this used up fairly quickly. And then the other one that I had on here, and I haven't switched over to this one, and I think that's the only other primer I had. Oh, I did have the Guerlain Meteorites, the limited edition one, the Lasers, and I did use that up. Can't get it anymore, but I did use it up, and it was delightful. And then, so the Tom Ford Illuminating Primer is staying on there. I've had this one for a long time. This was a gift from a subscriber and friend who it ended up not working for, so she sent it to me. So now's the perfect time, actually, to be using this in the summer. So as soon as I may kind of switch those out a little bit, but hopefully in the next 3 months I will work through both of those. I do have some other ones that I'm kind of playing with here and there. So again, this isn't, some of these products are ones that I think, oh, I've had a little bit, I should probably really get buckled down and start using them. Most of these products I'm not using up because I don't like them. I just want to work through my products. So, all right. The next thing that I had on there was the Burberry Sheer Powder Foundation in Trench 01. And you can see there's a brush here in there. You can see that I am making good progress on this. I think this will this will definitely be used up in the next, I would guess, a month or so, something like that. So I am making good progress on that. In a minute, I'll talk about other ones that I'm adding in. And then there was the Bare Minerals Primetime Eye Primer. I worked through that and have switched over actually I think I had worked through all of my back stock of primers, so how about that? So currently I am using a new one that I got from MAC, but not on any list. Currently I don't need to, I just had so many. I do have a few samples now that I've gotten here and there that I'll kind of intersperse in there, but I don't have any eye primers that I really need to work through right now. Okay, next on my list was my Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation, and I did work through that. I think I accidentally threw it out. I intended to keep it to show you guys, but when I did my empties last month, I think that I threw it out, but I did work through that. Man, I love that foundation. I would and will repurchase that at some point. I need to work through some other ones first, but that is an amazing foundation for dry skin. Good, like medium to full coverage. Lasts all day long. Great foundation. I hope that Bourjois someday makes its way to the States, because the things that I have tried from that brand seem to be really, really good. And then the next thing on there was my Guerlain Terracotta Four Seasons Bronzer. This is just one of the most perfect... I see we're getting all angelic back here again. This is just an amazing bronzer for, you know, lighter skin. And look at that, you guys. I've made some really good progress. It's hard to tell because this one wears on, but you can see how much pan is showing in there. So I'm just going to keep working through this one. I have no reason to switch away from it. I may switch away just for a break, and for something else, but I really do like. It's a great bronzer. And then I had the Bad to the Bronze from Maybelline. I am making good progress on this, but I don't know that I'm going to, and I did stir it up. I've talked about that with the back. I just used like the back end of a brush to stir it up. And I've used up a good amount of it, but I don't know that I'm going to use it all up before it goes bad. I think I'm going to give it one more. I am so sorry for the light. Okay, I got up and shut the shade. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit later in the morning than I normally am for filming. But I do think that I will have that. At the end of the next 3 months, whatever's left is just going to get tossed, and I will feel good about the dent that I made in it. And the last thing that I had was my Naked Basics, and I talked about this in that video. I use too many things regularly to pan a palette, but I'm trying. The problem is that I don't do the same look usually 2 days in a row. At any rate, I'm going to continue trying. That's all I can say, really. So the one that I've made the most impact on is Walk of Shame. You can probably see a little dip in there, and then maybe Naked too. Sometimes I will use Foxy underneath my eyes to set it because it has a little bit of that yellow in it. But yeah, I didn't do very well on that. I'm trying, but like I said, unless I use this every single day and do the same kind of eye look every day, I'm using it for my transition colors and that sort of thing, but I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. All right, so let's talk about some things that we are going to add in for this next few months. So for foundation, I didn't pick a foundation this time. What I did pick is, and I'm trying to grab them all out of here, I have 5 samples of foundations. So these are 2 different colors in the Estee Lauder Perfectionist. One, well, I guess it doesn't have the number on here. Ivory Nude and then Pure Beige. Ivory Nude is too light, Pure Beige is too dark. So I'm not sure if I'm going to end up purchasing this foundation because I don't want to purchase 2 of them. At any rate, this is actually what I'm wearing on my face, a combination of these 2. That's what I'm wearing today. And then I have a sample of this Giorgio Armani Cream Nova, I think is what it is, in number 3. And I know that's an expensive foundation, so I want to make sure that I use that. I have, this is the NARS All Day Luminous that doesn't so much work for my skin, so I may have to mix it with something in order to use it up. And then this I'm just starting to test. This is the Pro Longwear Waterproof in NW20 from MAC. So those are the foundation samples that I want to make sure I work through those. And then I will pick a foundation that I will use. I just don't know what it is right this second, but I'll add it into the list. And when I decide that, I'll let you guys know in a video. Like, I'll just mention it in a video. Okay, and then for a powder foundation that I want to add in, I want to add in the Milani Multitasker when I use up my Burberry. So I'm like going from Burberry to Milani, but I do really like this multitasker, so this is the next one that I will put in there to use up. For eye pencils, I decided because I have I'm fairly certain, now I'm questioning myself, but I'm fairly certain I have another one of these kits in my stash. So I thought I would use up the ones that I have open, and that is the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. The kit came with 5 different colors. So there's a brown, there's a black, there's a champagne, there's a purple, and there's kind of an olivey green. So I will at some point take a picture, or no, like mark them on a piece of paper, like all the, but so you can kind of see where I am at with those. The one that's the shortest actually is the purple one. And then I have a couple of lip products, and then that'll be it for what I've added in this time. So I want to use up this lip pencil from Too Faced in the Perfect Lips. This is a product that's no longer available like this, to my knowledge. I think there's one in a twist up that's a little bit different, but I want to use this up. I have a hard time using products, I've said this before in my videos or talking about products that people can't get anymore. So a lot of times that's what I will put in my use it up. And then I grabbed this. I think this is the pencil that Carrie from the Carrie McHale channel. I'll link her below if you don't know who she is. She's delightful. She had this in her project 4x4 or something like that. And this is the NARS pencil in Maracuja, I think is how you say it. And this is what I'm wearing today. It's just a really nice everyday sort of shade. So I thought, well, that'll be a little challenge for me because I've barely used it at all. This was a sample size that came, I think, in the birthday kit. So I used it today probably for the first time. And then the other one I want to stick in here is actually my MAC Viva Glam 5. That is all that I have. I think I should be able to manage that. I love this one. This is my second or third one that I've gone through. I'm going to use this up and I'm going to try to not repurchase it again because I mean, come on now. How many neutral lips does one girl need? So I'm going to try not to repurchase it. I'm going to try to use it up and then, you know, move on to something else. So that is everything that I have in my use it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and you continue to enjoy seeing what I'm trying to work through in my collection. On my face today, as I said, I have the Perfectionist foundation from Estee Lauder in those 2 shades combined. I have Benefit Rockateur as my blush. That's something I've never picked to put in my, I've never picked a blush to put in my use it up. I should really do that. In my eyes today, I have an Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics loose color that I just got. I haven't even hauled this yet, and this is an Artifact. And then the rest of my eyes today is kind of taken different pieces from the MAC Warm Neutrals palette. And I think I've told you everything else that I have got going on in my face. So thank you again for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.